I had just got back in from a run, and the first thought that came to my head was, I could smoke right now. And I really wanted to. Like, I wanted to smoke and lay on the floor and do nothing at all. But as I got to thinking about it, I was like, well, I can't really smoke right now because from 11 to 12, I gotta film YouTube videos. And then I can't smoke after because I need to be focused on editing them the next 30 minutes. And after that, I can't really smoke because I gotta do deep work. So I can't really, it doesn't really fit into my routine. And so I couldn't. My daily routine has made it that much easier for me to stop doing bad habits. For like everything. When it comes to playing the game, I can't anymore. I used to spend hours, days on the game, not even taking a shower. I'm not kidding you when I tell you I would be in my room musty. My mom would walk in and be like, girl, you need a shower. And I'd be like, but the game. Like, I was down that bad. But now I don't play the game anymore because I don't have time to do it. And I still have the thoughts of maybe I could get on the game. But then I think about my routine and how I have to do this and that and this and that, and I don't have the time, so I don't do it. I don't sleep in late anymore. I'm up at 4 a.m. on the dot. The reason I get up at 4 a.m., even when I want to lay in bed and not get up, is because I think about my routine and how from 5 to 6, I gotta get an hour work in, and then from 6 to 6:30, I get my break to read, and then from 6:30 to 7:30, I gotta write for an hour. So it doesn't really make sense for me to sleep in because if I do, I won't be able to get all the things done I need to get done today. And even when it comes to procrastinating, because of my daily routine, I don't procrastinate as much or as often as I used to. Now, I do procrastinate every now and then because I'm human, it's just gonna happen. But when I do, I'm much quicker to stop because I realize I really don't have the time to procrastinate because I only have an hour for this thing before I gotta do this thing, and I only got 30 minutes for that thing, and I only got 2 hours for this thing, so I can't procrastinate. I gotta go ahead and do it now. And I know you probably never heard of this before because most people, when they talk about breaking bad habits, they talk about taking away the cue for it, or making it unpleasant, or making it hard to do, or changing up your environment so you aren't triggered to doing that, and all this stuff, and that works. But I don't want to discount the fact that having a routine that you follow every single day also helps with breaking a bad habit. But let me make it very clear, this is only going to work if you make a routine you actually want to follow. If you have a routine you don't really care about, then this isn't going to work. You might as well try another tactic like changing up your environment or taking away the cue or making it harder. But if you can make a routine that you actually like to follow, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, this is going to work for you. Now, what is a routine? It's basically a set of activities you do every single day at the same time. Think about your school routine. Like back when you were in school, or if you're in school now, you knew exactly what to do and when because you followed the same routine every single day. You knew from 8 to 9, that was when you got to school and had breakfast. You knew from 9 to 10, that's when you had science. From 11 to 12, you had history. From 12 to 1, you had lunch. From 1 to 2, you had gym. You knew exactly what you're going to be doing every single day at every single moment. And that made life a lot easier, didn't it? Because you didn't have to think about, okay, well, what should I do next? You just knew because you followed the same routine. You did the same set of activities every single day. And now think about this. When you left school, right? When you left the routine of school and went back home, what happened? Were you still productive at home? No, because you were not following a routine. Or at least I wasn't. Because when I got home, the first thing I did was get on the game, get on my phone, mess around, and do absolutely nothing productive because I had no routine like I had with school. So it was easy for me to do all these bad habits. But now that I have a routine, I'm going to have it pop up on the screen somewhere. Now that I have a routine and I follow this every single day, I know exactly what I'm going to be doing every single day, and I have no room whatsoever for a bad habit. Now here's the beautiful thing about having routine. It's that it helps you fight the temptation to do these bad habits. Because let's be honest, we're always going to be tempted by these things we know we shouldn't be doing. And sometimes we aren't perfect and we feed into that temptation. I know I have. I don't expect you to be perfect and not do it either. But with this routine, it makes it a lot easier for you to say no to those temptations because when you have that temptation, like I did earlier with running, when I wanted to smoke, I automatically thought about my routine and what time it was. And I kept thinking, okay, well, I can't do it this time, I can't do it that time, I can't do it that time. I really just can't do it. And here's the thing, when you have a temptation, if you don't act on it, the craving will eventually go away. And so, when I had that craving, that temptation to smoke, by not acting on it immediately, and instead thinking about my routine, it literally gave me time for that craving to slowly go away. And so by the time I went through my entire routine, I wasn't even really that much into smoking anymore because the temptation had moved away because I gave it that time it needed to pass. A lot of us, when we have that temptation, we immediately jump on it. We immediately go towards it. But if we just pause for a little bit, the temptation will go away. And this routine helps you pause because now you're going to feel the temptation and you're going to think, well, what time is it? Well, I gotta do it at that time. I can't do it at that time. Well, can I fit it in there? And as you're trying to fit it in, the temptation is slowly going away. If you don't have a routine, I highly suggest that you make one today. And I'll have my routine pop up again so you can have it as like an example and you can tweak it however you want to. Definitely make your routine because not only does it stop you from doing these bad habits, but it just makes you a lot more productive and a lot more focused and you get a lot more stuff done when you're following a routine that works for you. You feel me? There's a lot of benefits to having a routine, and breaking bad habits is just a side effect of that. Because I'm telling you, when it becomes second nature for you to follow this routine, like right now, it's second nature for me to follow my routine. I don't have to think about it too much. I just look at the time, okay, I know what I need to do, and I do it. When you get to that spot where it's second nature, you'll naturally stop even thinking about doing these bad habits because you can be focused on following out the schedule, the routine, every single day. Now, I do think about these temptations every now and then, these bad habits, but it is so much less than before because most of the time I'm focused on following out the routine. So you do you, pick a routine, figure out how to make the routine something you want to follow every day, something you crave to follow. And hint, when you're making a routine, just think about what would be the perfect day for you. And then write it out and then follow that. That's exactly what I did when I made my routine. I thought about what is the perfect day for me, and I made it, and I'll follow it out as much as I can. And of course, things come up every now and then, but that's life. When things come up, forget about the routine, just fix whatever happened, and then get right back into the routine when you can. And it's okay if you have your routine and you still find yourself going into these bad habits. That's okay, because in the beginning, you're not, the routine is not second nature yet. You gotta wait until you get adjusted to the routine before it works for you. So go ahead and make your routine. And I promise you, if you follow this out and you just stick it with the routine, even if your brain is saying, this isn't gonna work for you, you're gonna fail, all this stuff, tell your brain to shut up and just follow the routine. Obviously, make it something that you want to follow and be open to having to adjust and change things around in the beginning because I don't expect you to get it perfect the first time. I didn't. It took a long time for me to perfect my schedule, but because I kept showing up and showing up and showing up, I eventually got the schedule exactly how I wanted, and now I follow it every single day. And I honestly don't want to do anything else because I love this routine. I love the schedule I'm following. And I know I keep saying routine and schedule, but same thing. But if you want the same thing to happen for you, which I know you do because I know you want greatness and you have greatness inside of you, then make a schedule, make a routine, because it'll make it that much easier for your greatness to shine every single day. Now remember, take action, stay consistent, and make your goals happen. I'll see you later.